Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I have another off the shelf video. I have 5 films off the shelf and 2 films not anywhere. So we'll just jump straight into it with 1946's The Stranger, directed by Orson Welles, starring Orson Welles. It's his 3rd directed film. Edward G. Robinson in it as well. Who's that person there? Loretta Young. But Edward G. Robinson is Mr. Wilson. He is a Nazi hunter, and he's hunting a Nazi called Franz Kindler. It takes him to this little town, I think it's Connecticut, where the hunt begins. And I love Edward G. Robinson, I really do. Orson Welles, I can take or leave him. But I think this is a really solid film. As I say, it's his 3rd film that Welles directed, and Citizen Kane speaks for itself, and The Magnificent Ambersons, which I wasn't crazy on. And it's almost like those two are regarded so highly that this doesn't get any mentions anywhere, at least to my knowledge. I'm sure some people like it. But I think I'd prefer this over those 2 films. If someone asked me, what do you want to watch? Citizen Kane, Magnificent Ambersons, or The Stranger? I'd probably go The Stranger, The Magnificent Ambersons. No, that's wrong. Strike that, reverse it. The Stranger, Citizen Kane, Magnificent Ambersons. It's the first Hollywood film to show footage of the Holocaust, which I wonder what that would have been like in 1946 to see that. But either way, I think a really good film, one that I highly enjoy. Then, a complete opposite of what that film is, we have The Frighteners. Back when, was it Play.com, did these sideways on steelbooks, and they're fucking ugly as shit. But Frighteners, Michael J. Fox. He can see ghosts, he can talk to ghosts, he can interact with ghosts. He sends these ghosts to people's houses, so they haunt them, and then he comes in and exorcises them. He's a con man. The ghosts are quite fun. And then you have this Grim Reaper type thing, coming out of mirrors and coming out of walls, killing people. So the Michael J. Fox character investigates that. For the most part, it's fun. I hadn't seen it for years, but it's a lot of fun. I like Michael J. Fox. And I think the special effects are pretty solid. When you look at the budget for this, it's nowhere near the films of this year. Independence Day, Twister, Mission Impossible, Space Jam, those have a much bigger budget. But I think the special effects do what's needed. You've also got Arlie Emery, or Emery, whatever his name is, from Full Metal Jacket, kind of reprising his role as the drill sergeant, which I pointed at the screen and said, I know him. But I like The Frighteners. It's fun, it is. Then on Golden Pond, a family drama. Ethel and Norman. Here they are, Ethel and Norman. Katharine Hepburn, Henry Fonda. And Jane Fonda's also in this. These two go to their summer cabin on the edge of Golden Pond. Every summer, he is starting to forget things. So has he got early dementia? He's got heart problems. Sometimes he's funny as hell. Sometimes he's just nasty. He has a very strained relationship with his daughter, Jane Fonda. She comes with her new fiance and their 13, 14-year-old kid. She leaves him with them, and he forms a kind of relationship with this kid, and Jane Fonda sees it. It's kind of like the relationship that they should have with each other. It's just a very good film. They both won Oscars for this film. and it's just a really good film. I've seen this twice now, and I will say I love this film. I give it a 9 out of 10. Quite sad, but even in the sad moments, the Henry Fonda character makes light of it. And he is, most of the time he's funny. Sometimes he's crass and rude and horrible and short-tempered and bad-tempered, but that's a really good film. I'm glad I rewatched that. Then Sunset Boulevard, 1950, William Holden, Gloria Swanson, a film noir, California, big house, faded film star. This is a great film. William Holden's a struggling writer. The repo men are coming to collect his car. He drives into this big abandoned house, puts his car in a garage, and we find out Gloria Swanson is living there. She's a faded film star, and he gets drawn into her world. Now, Cecil B. DeMille is in it. Buster Keaton's in it, and you get to see 1950s California. Really good film. Probably more enjoyable at the start of it than it is as it goes on, but that's quality. That's a quality film. Then you could probably say all these are quality films, but I'm not a massive samurai fan, despite the fact that over the years I've bought lots of them just because they were Massive Cinema, BFI, or whatever they were. But the samurai collection's got Yojimbo Sanjuro, Throne of Blood, Seven Samurai, The Hidden Fortress. I've seen them all before. I remember liking Throne of Blood and Hidden Fortress the most. Tonight I watched Yojimbo, and Yojimbo, you want to know what Yojimbo's about, just go and watch A Fistful of Dollars, and that was a remake but with guns. And I prefer The Magnificent Seven over Seventh Samurai. I prefer Fistful of Dollars over Yojimbo. They're not bad films, I'm just not really a samurai fan, and I may get rid of this set because I don't think I want to spend the amount of time these films are on with them. Like 200 minutes for Seven Samurai, 140 minutes for another one. I don't want to spend that time, so I might get rid of that. But a samurai fight is more entertaining than a gunfight. Gunfight, bang, bang, bang. Samurai, you slice arms off and limbs off and all that kind of stuff. So they're the 5 things I've watched that I own. The 2 things I watched that I don't own and won't own them, but I watched Gladiator 2. Now, Gladiator 2, did anybody ask for this? No. Now, nothing in it as good as the first film. Nobody in it is as good as anybody in it from the first film. Some people do come back for this film. There's a great scene in the Colosseum when they flood it and they have a naval battle and you've got sharks. I will say I enjoyed watching Denzel in this film. And I did enjoy the film because I'm a sucker for sword and sandal films, but it's nothing to compare to the first film. They'll probably make a third one now, but I also watched Beetlejuice 2. Pretty much the same kind of thing. It's just not as good as the first one. Now, I don't remember how long Michael Keaton is in the first Beetlejuice. But he doesn't seem to be in it very much in this. I don't know if he's in it more or less. But we all seem to be on Winona Ryder and her daughter, Jenna somebody. I forget her name. Seems to be on her and family stuff. Why do you watch a Beetlejuice film? Does anyone watch Beetlejuice to watch the side characters? You watch Beetlejuice to see Michael Keaton. And as I say, I don't know how it compares time-wise to the first film, but I wanted more Michael Keaton in this film. I wanted more Beetlejuice. But even if he was in it more, it wouldn't have been anywhere near as good as the first one. It's like they've waited too long. It's not like it's 20 years. It's so long. They've waited too long, and that ship has sailed. But they made it anyway. And you'll probably get a third one as well with this one. But that one was all right. Again, why would you watch this when you have The first Beetlejuice. I don't know. I'm currently watching, I watched half of it this morning, Birdcage with Robin Williams, which so far is rather funny. I like it so far. So that is the video, obviously. That is the video. Comments are welcome. Thank you for watching.